Mm. Sowing into your own field. It's time to pour back into you. Plant the seed, nurture your dreams. Watch what Jehovah
Shalom, shalom, everyone. This is Dr. Nabiyah about Yehuda, bringing you intimate truth. It's the truth that you embrace that makes you free. So, wanted to pop back in and just talk to you a little bit more about sowing into your own field. So, my question to you is, well, last week we talked about what voices are you listening to? Because we know that those external influences can sometimes influence our internals. And so if you are tired of putting yourself on the back burner, if you are tired of not becoming all that you know that you could be, if you have some questions about your esteem, if you have questions about your place in this world, this video is going to be for you. So I'm going to read from my book, Sowing into Your Own Field, Investing in You. You grab it on Amazon, or I'll put a link in the description and I can send it to you and sign it. All right, so I want to talk about sowing and harvest. Now, we understand that words are seeds. Some seeds are corruptible and corrupted, and some seeds are good seeds. And the thing about seeds is that they have to fall on good ground. So this is the ground right here, and your heart is also the ground. And so whatever it is that you think about yourself, that's pretty much what's going to be produced. Hope that makes sense. So, and if you have a question about that, ask me. Let's chop it up in the comments. All right, so I'm going to start with Galatians 6 and 7. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that he shall also reap. So, here we go. Every word that enters your life carries the nature of a seed. Some are planted intentionally, while others fall into your mind unnoticed and taking root without your awareness. And then over time, these seeds begin to grow, shaping the way that you think, the way you interpret your experiences, and ultimately the way you live. Scripture reminds us in Galatians 6 and 7, whatever a person sows, that is what they will reap. This principle extends beyond action, so it goes further out. You do this thing, but it's manifesting out there somewhere in your life, somewhere in your heart, somewhere in your mind. So words are seeds, and the harvest they produce is seen in beliefs, behaviors, and identity. You know, the Bible does say, whatever you think about yourself, that's who you're going to become. However a man thinks, so is he. Women too. All right, so as I said before, there are corruptible seeds and incorruptible seeds. 1 Peter 1:23 speaks of being born again, not of the corruptible seed, but of the incorruptible by the word of God. This distinction matters. Corrupted seeds are planted through negative words, repeated experiences, internal agreements that were never meant to define you. These are the voices that told you that you were not enough, that you would fail, that you should stay quiet, or that your presence did not matter. Many of these seeds were planted early, often by people who did not fully understand the weight of their words. Yet once those words were received, they were rehearsed internally, watered by repetition, and eventually accepted as truth. So basically, while you're yet growing up, and whatever your environment is, that's going to shape you. So for instance, some children, they grew up in a really good home. Their parents were very supportive. Their siblings, if any, they were supportive. Friends, they were supportive. You know, you could be anything that you want to be. You know, you come and you're showing your mom or your dad a drawing, and depending on how they responded, you know, get out of here, I don't have time right now, show me later. that leaves an indelible mark on the child if it keeps happening. Or, oh, hey, let me see what this is. Oh, this is so pretty. So how you respond matters. Maybe you don't have a whole lot of time. You're working on something really important, but you never shoo that child away. You say something like, oh, wow, that's really awesome. What is it? And you're looking at it. Okay, mommy has to do something really super, super important right now, okay? So let's look at this later, okay? But this is really good. Keep going. That's encouragement. Or something along that line. But we don't think about it. We are in the moment and it's all about us, it's all about our task, and then you end up injuring that child. Especially if you keep doing it over and over and over. It's a repeated pattern and it's an offense in that child's heart. And then they grow up to be exactly who you have grown up to be exactly who you are. And that was based on how your environment treated you. But you're an adult now and you can change those things. You can rewire your brain. You can become a different person, and it's all by decision. It's really up to you. And so I want to continue reading. The mind does not remain neutral. It cultivates what it receives. When a negative word is planted and repeated, the mind begins to organize itself around that belief. If someone hears repeatedly that they are not capable, they begin to interpret challenges as confirmation of that belief. They may avoid opportunities, hesitate in decision-making, or withdraw from spaces where they are meant to grow. In this way, the seed produces fruit that appears to justify the original lie. What began as a word becomes a pattern, and what becomes a pattern eventually feels like identity. Let me say something. You could be one of those people that are stuck in a holding pattern, stuck because of exactly what I just read to you, the negative words, no support, just constantly being told what you're not and that you're not capable. And this is doing something in your mind. Now, the way the brain works is that whatever your mind says, that's what your brain does. It's not the other way around. And, that's getting into neuroscience, and I don't want to, I geek out on that stuff, but I don't want to get too deep in there. But there are rules to how things work. That's what, and God started this science all the way back. He said, as you think, so are you. Whatever you think, that is what you become. So if you're the type of person that has a steady inner compass and not easily moved, and you are the type of person that your faith is strong and you just have this inner conviction, it doesn't matter what other people say, because you believe what you believe. If you believe that you're going to own a big company and you're going to help all these people and you're going to do whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But if you believe it and you have an anchor and you have some tent pegs to uphold that vision, well, you're going to be exactly opposite of whatever it is that they say. But a lot of people don't have that inner conviction. They don't have that inner truth insulated on the inside of them, and they are easily emotionally disheveled. They are stuck. They don't know what to do, and they start to believe the lie. They start to believe it, and that is what shapes their thinking. It's what causes them to have the motivations or the lack thereof. And so we got to really be careful. And so we've got homework to do. You and I have homework to do. And it is, I want to say, it's really up to you. I mean, I can't make you do anything. No one can force you to choose a different pattern. We see these backdrops. We like to take pictures in front of it, and it may have a word going across it over and over and over, or an image, and it's the same image all throughout that background. That's called a step and repeat pattern. Step and repeat. I want to explain to you a little bit more of the step and repeat pattern. Like I said, it's one image, it's like one logo, it's a word in a design, and it's just all across in rows, which is pretty much what happens when somebody is saying something to us that they should not be saying, especially when we're a child. And I'm going to read this to you. So the name describes the process, step, moves the design over at a set distance, repeat, and places it again. Then keep doing that horizontally, or it could be vertically, either one, it doesn't matter. That is what's going on the inside. It's a step and repeat pattern. It's constantly, you'll never make it, you're not enough, or you've been divorced, or your relationships always fail, you're never going to be able to amount to anything. Every time you try to, do this, you mess up. Every time you take a test, you fail. Every time you take a test, you get nervous. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. And so, beloved, I'm going to ask you to do something. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep breath. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose. Blow it out. And every single time you feel some sort of anxiety, some sort of angst, some sort of nervousness, some sort of trepidation, where you feel like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can say this. I want you to make that a practice. Out through your mouth. And you can play some soft music, or just to get rid of the anxiety, blow some bubbles. Yeah, go to the Dollar Tree, which is $1.25, and go get yourself some bubbles. It makes you think about when you were a kid. It causes you to relax. I want you to start to bring in and implement better coping mechanisms for yourself. All right, so I don't want this video to get too long, so I just want you to remember those two things. Blow some bubbles. Let me know what happened when you blew the bubbles, and breathe. And do the breathing just for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes, 5 minutes. Just inhale, peace. Blow out anxiety. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for you? I want you to start showing up for you. I want you to start showing up for you. For you, for you, for you. I know there's other people. I know there's the kids. I know there's a job. I know there's the boss. I know there's the pastor. I know that. Show up for you, beloved. Can you do that? Will you do that? Change your diet. Make better choices. Slow down. Remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain everything. Go take a bubble bath if you can. If not, just go take a shower and relax. Go sit by a lake. Go for a walk. Reset, recalibrate, renew, revive. And remember, trouble comes to all of us, but you can be delivered out of them all. You can make it. You're all right. All right, God bless you. I am Dr. Nabiyah, here to bring you intimate truth. It is the truth that you embrace that's going to make you free. Shalom, shalom.
Sowing into your own field. time to pour back into you. Plant the seed, nurture your dreams. Watch what Jehovah brings you through. You've poured into everyone else. Now it's time to invest in you. Sowing into your own field. It's your season to bloom. Embrace the truth, it's about you. And it's about time.